Welcome to Norfolk Perspective City Slice. I'm Bob Batcher, and we are here to talk about hurricanes because it's August, and we should be talking about hurricanes, which is why I wanted to mention it, because I think sometimes we get a little laid back about it. Well, I got two experts with us. Evan Stewart from WVEC, Channel 13. How's it going?
Great to be here.
See, I think it's WVEC Now.
It's ABC 13 or 13 News Now.
There we go. And so if you think you're not on Norfolk Perspective, you are. And welcome to
Thank you very
TV
much.
48, the Triple N.
That's right.
And Jim Riddick, you are everything there is to know, all packaged into one person for our Emergency Operations Center.
Well, worse things have been said about me, but I do my best.
Yeah, and we're really counting on you.
That's a lot of pressure.
Okay, so we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't had many guests bring a pillow. Why did you bring this pillow?
Well, one, to be extremely comfortable, but two, to also talk about what's needed in a disaster supply kit. We always tell folks to be ready. The first 72 is on them, meaning the first 72 hours, after an event, you want to have what you need to be as comfortable as possible.
Okay, and then later on, we're going to open that suitcase.
Absolutely.
Because I wonder if you really do have a kit.
Okay.
Okay, because that's come around May, Evan, we start hearing from the TV channels, all three of them, that it's upon us.
Right.
And there's this great build-up, and you have the 7 o'clock show and the whole bit, right?
That's right.
So how do we prevent that viewer from saying, yeah, sure, one more season?
And that's something that we fight every day, is how to fight that complacency that people have. And I think seeing things like Sandy last year and other storms, that serves as a wake-up call. And that's, we hate that it happens somewhere else, but it gets people to, get it in their mind that could happen here.
Right. You mentioned Sandy, Jim. You had it was profound, and I've been through numerous training exercises, tabletops, over the last 15 years. But the last one that you organized was just unbelievable.
It was Hurricane Santrina. So we took the lessons learned from Hurricane Sandy up in New York, New Jersey, as well as those lessons taught during Hurricane Katrina, kind of combined them into one, because a lot of those lessons, a lot of those experiences are plausible, could very well happen here. So we brought folks into discussions who had participated in those. We had someone from FEMA's Joint Field Office up in New York participate.
Who is still there.
Exactly, still there. He was willing to talk with us about their experiences. And when I initially asked him to be part of the discussion, I had mentioned the fact that we are looking at long-term recovery, 6 months after the storm, and what some of the challenges that they face. And he said, Jim, just so you know, we still have folks in hotels that aren't back in their homes long after 6 months after the event. So it was a whole different perspective on what a catastrophic event and long-term recovery really is.
Now, I know the one slide that the ODU professors put up is still kind of in my dreams.
Right.
The picture of Greece.
Right.
And the picture of Hampton Roads if Sandy had hit us.
Exactly. They used a 13-foot storm surge. So before they announced that it was Southside Hampton Roads, you're right. They put Greece up there, so you could see the islands of Greece, and some folks who travel recognize what that location was. And then they asked the next slide, where is this? And nobody could identify exactly where it was, because again, it was just pockets of land here or there. And then they showed that it was a 13-foot storm surge, what they experienced with Hurricane Sandy up in the Northeast, and what Southside Hampton Roads would look like in that same event.
Okay. Now, Evan, there have been many a Sunday that I went for a bike ride because I knew I could, because you told me I could.
Well, I'm glad I could do that.
So now, but there are times where you've told me I could and I shouldn't have.
Right.
So what is the science? I mean, today I had Peggy Hale McPhillips on, who talked about the hurricane of '33, and it really hit home with me that we've seen those pictures of the flooding, that those people had no idea that it was going to flood like 2 hours before it flooded.
That's right. And that's the benefit of television now, and of course satellites in the 50s.
I was going to say, is the science really there for it, though?
It's getting there. It's still not an exact science, and Mother Nature is still always going to throw us that curveball. But I remember watching Joe Folks on television, and he would give a 2-day forecast or a 3-day forecast. Now we're up,
wow, yeah.
Now we're up to 7. So I think we're looking more long term. The Hurricane Center just started a few years ago giving a 5-day forecast as opposed to a 3. But built into that, there's that uncertainty, and that's why we always give that extra warning ahead of time. And we do sometimes run into this, what people feel as a cry wolf syndrome, because we say, well, it could hit and it doesn't. But if we don't warn people, then it's even worse.
Right. Well, could I, that Saturday night, I'm sitting there and all of a sudden here there's this, it's a windy day on the west coast of Africa.
Yeah.
So what?
Well, that's where a lot of our tropical storms
Okay.
form. They start out as storms coming off the coast of Africa, move across the 80-plus degree waters to the intertropical convergence zone, and then up the East Coast or in the Caribbean, or a lot of them, thankfully, curve out into the middle Atlantic, and we never see them.
Good. Okay. So what are you doing when you hear about that windy day on the west coast?
Well, the first thing we do is we get a lot of information from the National Hurricane Center,
Okay.
because they're the guys that fly the planes in, the hurricane hunters. They're the ones who are using all the computer models to make those projections. So
And that's where your lines come from.
that's where the lines
Okay.
come from. We affectionately call it the spaghetti plot, because
Right.
it shows all the models and it looks like spaghetti on the map. And one thing that you see is that there is a lot of uncertainty in the models, and that leads to uncertainty in our forecast. But we start tracking them as soon as they come off the coast.
Jim, what do you start doing?
The same thing. We actually start using
From the windy day in the west coast?
Oh, sure. We always use the words readiness conditions. So for day-to-day operations, we're at readiness condition 5, which means we're always improving our plans, meeting, working together, and just continuously planning and plotting on what we're going to do, asking those what-if scenarios. And
Now,
as
who is it that's meeting?
we adopted the term Team Norfolk. So it is not just the city or the emergency management office. It is public, private, not-for-profit, higher education, military, all of us working together. We plan continuously throughout the year, and that's how we respond to events.
So I don't have to worry about it.
You absolutely have to
resident.
worry about it, because everyone has a responsibility, from the agency level, or regardless of sector, level of government, even individual homeowners, businesses, the faith community, and the like. Everyone has a role in disaster preparedness.
Well, what kind of role?
Well, one,
things should they be
to
doing?
actually be prepared and take more of a survivor role rather than a victim role. Taking steps to be prepared, having your disaster supply kit, using the information, and that's something that we've discussed before. Is the science has come a long way, certainly since the Galveston storm in 1900, like we were talking about earlier. But so the science is there, the forecasts are there, getting information to folks so they can actually take action. The piece that's still intriguing, and I think we have a ways to go, is the behavioral thing. Is, okay, the science is there, you're getting the information, now what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to evacuate or going to stay? Are you cognizant of where you are in the surge zones and flood zones? And if you know that you're still in a hazardous area and you're vulnerable, why then would you still stay if asked to evacuate? So there's a lot of components to that, a lot of complex issues. But again, we do our best to provide the forecast, and we do our best to let folks know where they are in relation to a flood zone, and why and where they should evacuate.
Jim, where should these decisions be made? At what time? I mean, and what kinds of decisions? The idea of, okay, let's evacuate. Well, an hour before it hits.
Right, a little late then.
Yeah.
And when we talk about, and a lot of folks are aware of the red and white striped gates on the highways.
Right.
Those are for hurricane evacuations and the reverse lane evacuation routes. So to have those discussions, that starts at the state level at 120 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds. And it takes that long because the state's going to open state managed shelters more inland, so they have to contact those
be prepared there.
Exactly, but they also have to deploy folks to those gates. Those are manually operated gates. They're not electronic. So they have folks from State Police, National Guard, Department of Transportation at each of those gates. So those folks have to be called in, dispatched out, which takes time.
So don't wait till Evan starts scrolling it on the bottom.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're able to leave, think of it as a 3-day vacation in Raleigh or Richmond or something. If you can get out ahead of time, the biggest fear I think of emergency management is that there are thousands of people on the road as this storm is coming, and you can't get around here on any Friday afternoon, much less with a tropical system coming.
Right.
So maybe one thing to do after this show. We got a gorgeous weekend coming up. Thank you, by
Right.
the way.
Oh.
You're not responsible for the gorgeous weekend.
No, if you give me credit for the good, I have to take the blame for the bad, and we don't do that.
But we got a gorgeous weekend coming tonight. This is the night to call Aunt Tilly in Roanoke and say, hey, over the next couple of weeks, would you be open for a phone call from us? Right?
Sure, absolutely. Yep.
Okay. And then you carry your kid around.
I do. And
This is going to be a test
okay.
because you've told me what should be in a kit.
Right.
Evan, you've told me what should be in a kit. Evan, you're the judge. By the end of the show,
Oh,
I want you to be able to tell me, did he do an okay job?
Okay.
All right.
I'm up
Some
for
more
it.
pressure.
Now, are you telling me that this is not really your kit, right?
This is segments of a kit that my wife and I have. I think you and I both know if there's a disaster here, we're going to be in the Emergency Operations Center.
Our wives are watching.
Oh, oops, okay.
Yeah, we're going to leave them high and dry and go right to the Emergency Operations Center.
Right.
So this is her kit, kind of, sort of.
Yes, our kit. But it's not just a hurricane kit. I mean, we've seen disasters of all kinds. So this past year, and we mentioned on a previous program that we've seen, along with Hurricane Sandy, we've seen bombings, we've seen shootings, we've seen all kinds of incidents where folks may have to pick up and go at a moment's notice. So at least with a storm, you typically have some time, to gather some things and head out. But sometimes you have to go just like that.
We got about a minute left. It looks
Okay,
pretty good over there.
let me show you first.
Oh, a book?
Well,
wait a minute.
Someone's underwear first.
Woo.
I don't know whose those are, but having a change of clothes. Let me start back first. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What do you have to survive? So you want to have food and you want to have water. So the recommendation is a gallon of water per person per day, and then some non-perishable food items with a non-electric can opener.
I was going to can opener.
Exactly. It's always a critical piece, and some folks forget about that.
Some would call that a church key. Oh, that kind of key.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Exactly. Important paperwork in preferably a waterproof bag. So your insurance documents, birth certificates, marriage certificates, divorce certificates, whatever it is, information that you need, make sure you have printouts of it and take it wherever you go.
It's on the list.
That is absolutely very important because you won't have computers or anything, so you have to have the paperwork.
Absolutely. We have reading material. So if you are in a shelter or you're going somewhere else.
I'm not going to ask what that book is.
Mr. Rogers Talks with Parents is actually a really good book. It gives parents recommendations on how to approach the discussion of disasters with their kids.
But no, the one behind it.
Oh, Norfolk, the first 4 centuries.
There you go.
This is a really good book.
You're in for a long storm. What else is in there?
This is there's different. We have the ability to have lights, crank operated, not necessarily batteries, but we do have batteries in there for other things.
Sure. I like that flash. Thanks.
And,
exactly.
no candles. No candles.
Oh, no candles.
Right.
Okay, what's the most other? I just got the wrap up on this one. We're going to have to visit your kit.
Yep. We have the water, we have the food, we have first aid, and you got to take into account if you have pets. Make sure you plan for your pets as well. They're an extension of the family, and medicines, anything that you might need to keep you sustained with your medical needs throughout the entire.
Okay, here's where I'm going to have some fun. Where can you go to get more information?
Norfolk.gov/emergency.
Okay, you can't go back to work unless you give me the right answer.
That's right. Well, I have to go to WVEC.com, but of course I would always trust the emergency management officials. They make the final call.
And they're part of Team Norfolk, so we work together and we're providing the same information. So.
Awesome. And it really has been I know we've gone from, in the EOC, from watching what you guys say about the weather to really following because the science is going so far. So I want to encourage the viewer to rely on everything, as Evan just said. Rely on your local broadcasts on those predictions because they're the best. And then we can provide protection and prevention from the city point of view. But you as a viewer, as a participant in that storm and as a resident, it's really the personal responsibility of you guys to know what your family is doing and have a plan and practice that plan and better reading material in your kit. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us.